Yo, what's good? It's K-Felon for K-Felon Beats, FL Studio Academy, Up and Coming Rappers Academy. And I just got this question. It was a question posted in a group chat that we got, you know what I mean, on Facebook with the squad. Shout out to the Beat Solid Squad. But one of the producers asked, like one of the newer members, he asked like, what are points as far as like it goes for producers. And I know it's a lot of producers that don't understand like points and things like that. And he also asked about like the down payment and things like, so what points are as far as an album goes or a single goes is basically the how the business works in music is that everyone involved in a project gets a certain amount of points, which are basically royalties. You know what I'm saying? Each person gets a certain amount of points for the project. So if you come out with a single, right, and you know what I mean, you the producer now. I did a video. I don't even know if it's posted, but if it's not, I'll check and I'll do it again. There is a difference between producer and composer. I'm not going to get too deep into it, but basically what that means is that the composer is just like the beat maker. So you could just be the beat maker. You could be just the person that made the beat for the track, and that's it. And you'll get composer credits, you know what I'm saying? And you'll get points as the composer. Now, production credits goes to basically the person that came up with the concept of the song. So if you send an artist a beat and you know what I'm saying, you got the whole concept of everything, you know what I'm saying, especially if you got a hook on there, you will get production credits because the producer basically steers the direction of the song. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. But you know what I mean, excuse me. If it's already posted, then you can go to my channel, watch it. If it's not already posted, then I'll just shoot it again and then I'll post it up. But back to this topic at hand right here. Basically with a project. So if you're the composer, you get a certain amount of points. You know what I'm saying? And the industry average, I think, is 3 points. So if you're like the composer, you'll probably get between 1 and 3 points. And if you're the producer, you know it's pretty much the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So like when those points are accumulated, that's basically per unit sold. So if the single comes out and it's selling, right, and people are buying the single, well, when it's time to distribute the royalties, they do it by amount of points, and the amount of points equates to the amount of royalties that you get for that project. You know what I'm saying? So every unit that's sold, the amount of points that you have will determine how much royalties that you get. King, I need you to get your ass away from my door. Move. Thank you. But so this is something that I'm still studying. You know what I'm saying? Like when he asked me, I had to make a phone call to my man's. Like he understands this shit a little bit better than me. You know what I'm saying? But like that's basically what it is that when it's time to divvy up the royalties, everybody has a certain amount of points, and those points represents dollar figures. I'm not sure of the amount that you get per point. When I find that out, then I'll shoot a video and let you guys know. At this point in time, I'm not really too sure, and I don't want to just throw a number out there and it just be completely wrong. So when I get that information, I'll give it to you. Now, as far as like the down payment goes, like how, like what that really depends on the agreement that you make with that person. Let me let my dog out. That really depends on the person that you're dealing with. So, for example, go to the bathroom. So if let's just say, right, somebody wants to buy your beat. Okay, let me get myself situated back up here. So somebody wants to buy your beat, right? And they're like, okay, for this exclusive, I'll give you $5,000 down payment for it. You know what I'm saying? And with that down payment, it could be, there's different terms that you can, make with the artist or their label or their camp beforehand. But sometimes, like, how it works is that they'll pay $5,000 for the beat, right? So they'll pay the down payment for it. So that means they'll pay the $5,000, they'll get the beat, now they're able to use it. Now when the royalties come out, when it's time for the royalties to come into play, how it like usually works in the music industry is that if they give you a down payment, you don't see any money when the royalties come out until the label recoups that down payment. So if they paid $5 grand for the beat and the song comes out, right, you won't see no money as the producer until they sell that. So they go over $5,001. You know what I'm saying? So from that point on, you'll see royalties. But up until $5,000, you know what I'm saying, you won't see any money. Or it's either the money or the certain amount of units that you have to sell. Until basically that label recoups the money that they paid for that beat, you won't see any money. So down payments are kind of tricky. Like I said, it all depends on the agreement that you make with that artist. Now, if you're dealing with an artist and you like, you know what, look, you know what I'm saying, you can give me $5 grand for the beat. Like, let's just say you charging $10 grand altogether for the beat. Well, you could say, look, I'll take $5,000 now, and then when the royalties come out, you know what I'm saying, I'll just go from there. You feel me? Like, that could be an agreement that you make, so that way they won't, you know what I mean, be taking the royalties off of the top when it comes in, and then you have to wait for that time period until they, you know, sell that next unit, and then you'll be able to receive your money. You know what I'm saying? So it's different ways that you can do it, but it's all about knowing your business, like knowing the people that you're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people get fucked over, you know, especially like if they're cool with somebody. A lot of people get fucked over. I mean, I just seen something recently where YG and what's his name, DJ Mustard, like they beefing over royalties because you know, DJ Mustard didn't receive any royalties from the 2 tracks that he did for YG. That Who Do You Love and shit, I can't think of his first single, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But he didn't get any money for that. So like they're beefing over that. And so the best thing to do is, like I just told, you know, my mans, is before anything exchanges hands, before you give them the beat, before they give you any money, y'all come to the agreement, you know, the terms of the agreement beforehand. Y'all sit down and settle that out beforehand, and then y'all sign that contract, and then you go ahead and proceed with the exchanging of the money and the music, because you know this is the music business. If you don't understand the business, it's a dirty game, it's a shady game, and if a motherfucker feel like they can get over on you because you don't know, they'll do it, and then you'll find out later on down the line, and you know, with paperwork and everything, like you're fucked. So it's best to handle everything before anything is exchanged. You know what I'm saying? Before you give them any beats, before they give you any money, they'll come to the terms of the agreement. Look, this is how many points that I'm looking for this project. This is, if you're going to pay me a down payment, this is what I want. If you're not going to pay me a down payment, then I need a bigger portion of royalties. I need a bigger amount of royalties if you're not going to pay me up front. You know what I'm saying? But most producers, like, they want that upfront money. So if you're going to take that upfront money, then I would try to make an agreement where, you know, you just like whatever you charging for the beat, I would say like cut it in half, and then just say, well, look, when the royalties come in, I get my royalties on time, instead of charging you the full 10 grand that I would charge for this beat, and then I have to wait for y'all to recoup that money back, and then I'll start receiving my royalties. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just all depends on who you're dealing with. You got to study the business a little bit more. That's something that I'm doing right now, just studying a little bit more, like how the point system works, like what's the dollar figure for, like the average dollar figure for a point. So 1 point would be like, you'll get like $3 or some shit, or like $1 per unit. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just different things that you have to learn, you have to understand when contracts get into play, because if you don't know the business, you will get fucked over, and you know, ultimately it will cause some friction between you and the person that you're dealing with, especially if it's somebody that you're cool with and that you fuck with. You don't want to destroy a relationship with somebody over some money because y'all didn't handle y'all business before, you know what I mean, before anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my advice on that. When I find out, like, as far as the points go, how much each point is worth, how much like the industry average that you get for each point, and other things like that. I will definitely make sure that I shoot another video and to bring you guys that information. This was just something I wanted to bring to your attention because I know it's something a lot of producers have no idea about. You know what I'm saying? And this is how you get paid when it comes to, you know, your beats. So this is something that every producer should know. You know what I'm saying? That's why when he asked, I had to hop on the phone like, yo, what, like, all right, so what's the industry average for points for a producer, composer, whatever? You know what I'm saying? I had to know that so I can be able to, you know, give my man's that information and then ultimately shoot this video and give it to you. So I would say watch this again in order to, because some of the shit that I said, it might be a little bit too advanced for some of you. You might be like, hold on, wait, what does that mean? So I would say watch this again. Definitely subscribe to the channel to stay up to date on this, because I'm always bringing daily tips for producers on different things as far as production, as far as the business goes and things like that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check out the blog. I have a link below. You can check out the blog, FL Studio Academy. It's all different. It's all types of information on there for producers, how to get your business up and running, man, and advance your business. So this was just some quick value that I wanted to share with you. And I'm going to get up out of here and finish watching this playoff game. Chill right now and, you know, just fall back, get some work done. Once again, it's K-Felon for K-Felon Beats. And I'm going to get out y'all later, man. Deuces.